For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels post-game show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight-up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the Heady Postgame Show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield postgame show. I am your host, Todd Fox, as we start off a Monday, a new week, a new me as the Angels win and beat those Doyers and take the series for the first time since 2019. You heard that a bunch of times. The Angels win and further bewilder yourself and me as we look at all the games this year. I'm always first to look at the negative side, and I'll throw it out there right away. All the games we could have won by playing this type of baseball, instead we choose to swing for the fences. But that's neither here nor there, because we are by the fans, for the fans, for the fans, by the fans. We're the ones in the stands with you. We celebrate with you. We actually watch a game. We're not locked on cocks. So with that being said, the Angels beat the Dodgers for the fourth straight time in 4 straight games. Anderson was dicey. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Campero, Mr. Little Pollo getting hurt, and it looks like his season's most likely done. But the Angels, against a very good Yamamoto, no matter how much you want to shit on him or whatever, the Dodgers ponied up the money. That guy's good, and we made him look kind of like trash. And with the fact that I'll get into how they beat him tonight, and I thought it was genius. Then you had the other side of the card, which was the umpires. The umpires were, I shouldn't say umpires, but the home plate umpire was god-awful tonight. The strike zone changed it was terrible. It changed faster than the weather does in the deep south or in Florida. It was terrible tonight. He was all over the place. It didn't really benefit either team. It was kind of like give and take. He was calling some on the Angels, taking some away from the Dodgers and vice versa. And so the strike zone was everywhere, but kudos to Soriano, who just he shook it off. And again, I didn't listen to any of the pregame or none of that kind of stuff. So I got a update from Tony C, and Tony C said that Pedro Martinez had a conversation with Barry Enright and Soriano and basically said, hey, trust your stuff, go out there, be a beast, and own the game. And he owned the game. And when Wayne, and especially Wayne, not Gooby, but Wayne was out there like, hey, watch out for that fourth inning, man. The fourth inning's coming. Watch out for the fourth inning. Fourth inning's bad. Nine earned a run average. Fourth inning. He was trying to jinx the shit out of it. And luckily Soriano made him eat his words. And he pitched fairly good. So this is why, again, we always get our hopes up. This is why we see glimmers of hope. We see that this team can hang with the big boys. It can play good at times, but you see, this is what we bitch and moan about on this network all the freaking time. And that is, if you play balanced baseball with this particular team that they have put together with Perry Manassian, it can play. It can play up to its standards. But the problem is the Angels start falling in love with a home run. They don't get on base, and then that screws everything up. And then when it was 2-0, believe me, I was butt clenching the whole time because it just felt like they were just one swing away. And look how fast the Dodgers got those 4 runs. So it's a good thing the Angels did this thing called adding on runs. Had they not added on runs, this game could have gotten away from them and it would have been embarrassing. But wow. Wow, indeed, to see the Angel fans and the team shut down the opposing. Because listen, that Dodgers stadium, because it was there, they play 6 games on the road against the Dodgers. Let's just put it to you plain and simple. The Dodgers fans show up when they come to Anaheim, no matter if they sell the tickets or not. Dodger fans make it into a home game. That was about 60 to 70%. And I'm being rather, genuous to the Angels fans as far as them showing up. They made noise, but you better face it, man. In the 7th inning, when they got those 4 runs, that place was really loud. So the Dodgers fans were definitely there. Padres fans thanking us for getting the win. Don't look now, Dodger fans. Don't worry about us. Worry about the San Diego Padres, who are only a game out. They got much, much better than you guys. You guys are still hurt a lot. You got Mr. Gambler Ohtani not ready to go anywhere deep into a baseball game. Glasnow's made out of glass. Who knows how much innings you're going to get from any of these other pitchers. Kershaw's a choker. Big problems, and so we'll see. But taking the first 4, you could lay down the next 2, but I want the kill shots. I want another fucking sweep of these stupid ass Dodgers. And I will just say this. I got a nice big ass beer right here. And this is a Stein. This is my German side of me coming out. Cheers and salute to all of my Angel fans out there. Because again, Dodgers fans, when I made that post this morning on Instagram about Sandlot and everything, and I will say this, my friends, that I saw a comment on there that kind of got me, but then I'm like, you know what? With the current status of the Angels and where we are as an organization, yeah, I'm going to agree with that comment. Basically, the comment was hey, the Angels, the Dodgers worry about the playoffs and getting into the World Series. This series to the Dodgers or to the Angels is the World Series. And you know what? In the current status of the Angels, and we're not really projecting this team to get to the postseason this year. We don't think they're going to make it. Nobody really, gave us a chance. We're just trying to get to 500. It's a rebuilding year. You damn right it's our freaking World Series. And so fuck you. Cheers to all my Angel fans that were there. Cheers to all my Angel friends and family and just for the love of the game, still follow this team despite our fucking piece of shit owner. Cheers and salute to every one of you motherfuckers who are loyal, who did not switch when that freaking, turncoat Shohei Ohtani went up the 5. He could have went anywhere else, but let's just face it. He went to the dark side, and you know what? He's gone. Who cares? I love the fact that he got some booze raining down on him tonight, but damn it, this beer is for you. And I hope you can crack one open and salute one with me. So salute and cheers. Angels, baby, get that win. That deserves another Stukas. Fuck yeah! Light that baby up. Indeed, everyone over there on TikTok, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you also on Facebook, YouTube, X. You guys are great. 4-0 against the Dodgers tonight. How did they do it? It was the Zach Neto show. Yes, the Zach Neto show. And again, for the 8th time, breaking Brian Downing's all-time record for leadoff home runs. He hit a solo blast to make it 1-0. And then the Angels would add on another run, which was pretty cool because, again, getting that solo home run's one thing, but getting Mankata's big hit after Yamamoto was kind of farting around in the zone, a lot of thanks to the umpire in the first inning, because the strike zone, he was throwing some strikes above that lower line, and he was just calling them a ball. And then the inside and up, almost like 2 inches off the plate, he's like, strike? I was like, what the hell's going on? But the Angels still got the 2 runs. And then, of all things, what a great night. Listen, throw Anderson out of it. I'll talk about him in a second. But I will tell you guys and gals this. Seeing Mike Trout come through. Again, we get a lot of shit on this network, and so do you. in the comments, when people pop up and say, you guys are shitting on Trout, he's a Hall of Famer. We all know that. We all love him. But you can't just sit there and clap for a guy who strikes out with the bases loaded. You can't get excited when he strikes out with a chance to win the game. You can't get excited when he pops out or has a really bad at bat in a clutch situation. And so all we ever wanted to see as Angel fans is a clutch hit by our boy Mike Trout, by Captain Bobblehead. And you know what? We got to see it tonight. Like, no one's happier than us as Angel fans to see it. And not only us in a moment like that where the game was anybody's game in the fifth inning, they were just one big hit away from getting back in that game. It was never over at that point, 2-0. But Trout coming through with that hit to right center field in that little gap because they had him to pull was amazing, was something that we've been dying for as a fandom for the last 3 years. And for him to come through that big 2-run single, Dodger fans are like, oh, ho hum, right? But for us, that was huge. That was freaking huge. So again, getting that big 2-run single right there to make it 4-0. That was awesome. And then Campero grounded out to shortstop to get the Mancata single to right again, got his second RBI to 5-0. Campero grounded out to shortstop. And Mancata actually Ward would score. It was 6-0. And then a nice easy swing, inside out swing by Neto, 7-0. They were up a touchdown. For some reason, the Angels don't go to Brock Burke. They had him warming up. I didn't understand it. It's like, okay, I get it. Maybe you want Anderson for bets and stuff like that, but you got some lefties coming up, and it would make sense. 3 out of the 4 hitters were lefties, and you went straight to the freaking right-hander, and he gets lit up, gives up the big bomb to Shohei, gets the Dodger fans riled up, and of course, Muncy goes to right field. I guarantee you, if Brock Burke was in there, that wouldn't have happened. I don't know how many times we have to DFA Anderson, but he's like a bad fungus. He keeps resurfacing after we bleach the area. He keeps coming back with that bad haircut, and he's even worse on the mound. He's sporting like an 8 or 9 ERA right now. But luckily, Brogdon comes in there, gets the final out, and then freaking Jansen he looked MVP status like he used to in the back in the day with that 1-2-3 inning. You had Zach Neto going 3 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 walks. On base all 5 times. And if you caught that at the end, when it was all said and done and they're high-fiving everybody, I love that the youngsters had their hats on backwards. That to me is some good chemistry, and I love to see that shit every day. Luckily, Shonowell did not get hurt. He stayed in the game. He had 2 strikeouts, a run scored, but he was hit by a pitch. Trout, again, 1 hit, 1 walk. I'll take that any day. You give me 2 times of Trout getting on base, I'll give you a win. Taylor Ward got a run scored, 2 walks, so I'll take that as well. Mancata with 2 big hits and 2 RBIs. Adele got unfairly thrown out of the game, 2 strikeouts, so I'll give him a pass because that was bullshit on the umpire. You have Louis Renifo go 0 for 3 and a walk, so at least he did something. Darno did nothing, so I have to give him a mulligan, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. He was the only one that did not produce. Tendencio had 2 hits, and he did have 2 strikeouts, but he did score a run. He was the one that started that inning off where the Angels got a couple big runs there. I think it was 4-run inning. And then what more can you say about Soriano? 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. His sinker and his 4-seam and the knuckle curve were amazing tonight. Oh, sorry. Anderson's ERA went up to 10.32. 4 runs, 4 hits, all earned, 1 strikeout, 2 home runs allowed. He sucks. So, again, he should not be on the team much longer. I will get into all the comments. Don't worry about it. What's the talk about Tyler Anderson? No, it's the other Anderson. Tyler Anderson pitches tomorrow. So we played Stukas a couple times. The Angels won tonight 7-4. Very, very happy. We got some comments to get into. First off, the awards before we get into all your comments. We already played the Stukas, like I said. Who gets the Golden Stamos for best player on the field? I love that the Padre fans are like, go Angels. And you know what? Stukas to you too, Padres. Chase those bastards down. Take first place. Take what's yours. Beat their ass and go to the World Series. You should have had it last year. Let's get her done this year. Cheers to you. And cheers to my Angel fans again. That is some delicious beer. Okay. So your player of the game, Stamos winner tonight, obviously is going to go to Zach Neto, but it's not really that obvious because Soriano pitched his ass off. But anytime you go 5 for 5 and you're just a pain in the ass to the other team, I'm going to give you the award. So he edges out Soriano. But, man, notable mention tonight was Soriano. He pitched his freaking ass off. Great game for him tonight. So let's get into now who gets the Nacho Night Award. And this one's actually a close one.
For the worst performance of the night, congratulations. You played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
You know, I love the comments too. Some of you guys are like, "Hey, give the Nacho Night Award to freaking the umpire." Some people say give it to Yamamoto. You know, you could give it to you give it to Anderson, Sean Anderson. Sean Anderson sucks, and he does deserve it. But I think who's going to edge it out is Yamamoto, and let me tell you why. He was very predictable. I was doing my best Gooby impersonation in front of my girl, in front of my dad as well, because I was sitting there saying, you know, he set him up a couple times with a slider or the split finger, and he's not really going to keep it on the plate unless he goes even with the count. And then when he goes even, he's going to go with that strike that's going to nibble the bottom portion of the plate. And he did that like 4 times in a row. So if I'm able to pick up what he's going to throw and the style of which he's throwing it at, which the hesitation was the fastball, the bit of the fast pitch was the split finger. If I'm able to pick that up and I'm not in the box, those dudes are picking up on it. And you know what? They were on it. They probably could have put up more runs. So kudos to the Angels for not getting destroyed by the Yamamoto, who's supposedly the heir apparent, or to Hideo Nomo. I don't believe it. I don't see it. I still think he has a lot of bugs in his repertoire. But if he's on and he's getting the calls, hell yeah, it's more efficient for him. But you know what? He wasn't getting the calls. So that helped the Angels, and the Angels were predicting right. They were seeing what he was throwing out there. So, yeah, he gets the nachos tonight because he was readable. He exactly was readable tonight, and that was a benefit for the Angels. So, yes, feel like Nico says, congrats on winning the World Series today. Hell yeah. We're like the NBA, which the NBA is pathetic when they have their in-season tournament. Well, you know what? We'll be pathetic and we'll take that trophy. This is our in-season tournament win, baby. Fuck yeah. Beat the Dodgers. Hell yeah. So we can, I hope all of you Angel fans that were walking out of the stands were able to tell the Dodgers this.
Oh no. What happened? Oh no, how terrible. That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
Yeah, just like that. Oh no. What happened? You pay way more for a game just to see them lose. Oh, no. You know, it's disgusting, too. As you saw on the board there tonight, there was a lot of fans, for some reason, wearing an Angel hat and a Dodger jersey, or a Dodger jersey or an Angel jersey and a Dodger hat. I was like, what is wrong with these people? You don't do that. That is not part of the game. That's just bad. I don't understand how we still have some fans that are just like, hey, I got to support both of them. They're in our market, man. You got to support both of them. No, you don't. You don't do that. That is not the way you do things. So the Angels win tonight. Again, a big win. So we're going to get into all the comments, try to get them. The latest thing I heard on Comparo from a friend who was there at the game, they thought his leg was broken or his ankle was broken. So if you saw, they brought out the little cast right there and tied his leg and his ankle together so it couldn't move. Now, the next step, if it was actually broken or there was possible ligament damage, you would have seen the air cast part and you saw that blue bag being brought out, but they did not put that over him. They did not give him a shot of morphine as well. That would have been the next step had there been some cleared broken, ligaments or damage, torn ligaments, I should say, or a broken bone or something. So what I'm thinking is, with the way that it was, having done that to my ankle as well, that's likely a very, very bad sprain at the least. and possibly a pretty good fracture. I don't, like I said, if it was broken, they would have took better care of it, I would think. So that's what I don't think we're going to see Campero for the rest of the year. So there's a lot of fans here saying thoughts and prayers to Campero. I feel the same way. It sucks. I mean, we gave him a lot of shit for the way he played outfield, but hey, no one should go out that way. So hopefully everything is okay. Some people are saying Achilles. I don't know if it was Achilles, man. Achilles is painful, but I've been wrong before. So we'll see. If you guys are right, I will totally give you props on tomorrow's post game show, but we'll see. There are potential players to come up to take him, and that would be take his place, and that would be probably Lugo. That would probably be what's his name? God, what am I forgetting his name? The outfielder, infielder. He went down. Kyron Paris. There you go. Thank you guys. Kyron Paris would probably be the next guy to come up. You might even see, and I don't like it, but you might see Nelson Rada as well. That might be a guy who gets a shot here because we haven't seen him yet, and so a September call up would be great. So we'll see right there. Joe Mama says umpires should have got beamed for Adele. That was terrible for him getting thrown out. It was a terrible play. And then I don't like either is Montgomery never fought for him. Montgomery didn't go out there. And again, I was telling my dad, look, if you get thrown out like that, you got to take a full advantage and get your money's worth and bump the umpire or talk shit, be in his face, give him a good minute or two of a tongue lashing, cuss him out. You're not going to get fined any much more. Actually, don't bump him. You'll get fined, but you can pretty much tell him off. But yeah, you get your money's worth. You go in there and you just give him shit. Let's see. Also, I know someone that supports both teams, but he's 12. Yeah. See, if you're under the age of 18, you could do that. Anything over that would not be the way to go. So there you go. Everyone's happy about the win tonight. I'm just going through some of the TikTok fans. A lot of Padres fans are happy right there. Go Padres. Again, the Angels have I'm pretty sure if the Angels were in the same situation as the Padres, which they have been in the past, Padres fans, I know a lot of them that came up to watch us play the Dodgers or came up to watch us play some really good, meaningful September baseball way back in the day. I have to say it because it has been way back in the day. But Padre fans and Angel fans usually get along, and we'll root for each other for sure. And again, I'm saying it right now. Go Padres. Take those Brooklyn Doyers out. And man, you got a big fan with us, and we were rooting for you last year too. And I know, like you said, you guys would return the favor if the shoe was on the other foot. Glad Montgomery is temporary. He's not a permanent manager. I think the Dodgers 1 game ahead now after tonight. Yep, there's only 1 game ahead. Mateo says spritz o'clock, and I got to give him that because he got it again tonight. And you have to toast. Salute, baby. We won.
Yeah! I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
You got to love it. Yamamoto is fat, Mateo says. I think his fastballs are
This
fat.
fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out. Calm down, okay? All right? He's fat!
Baldwin says, I wonder who we're bringing up in right field. It could be Lugo, could be Paris, could be Rada, could be a lot of guys. We do have some outfielders down there. Ready or not, they're going to have to come up. Josh says, I said the Angels were the best team in baseball against aces, and you guys didn't believe me. True, against aces. Also, LV says, we're so back. And LV says, let me get some honks. Yeah, I'll give you a few honks because the Angels deserved it tonight. Our Halo honks were all there, baby. There you go. Also, hopefully Campero's okay. Dan Rio says, hey, Anaheim beats Team Ghetto. Hey. Also, oh no, what happened, Doyers? Yeah, exactly. What happened?
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful. How terrible! Oh no!
LV says, out of here. Rob says, let's fucking go. Love watching Doyer fans cry. Strange says, oh no, what happened? Already played that. Me love you long time, Dan Rio says.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny. And me love you long time.
Marty says, we're so back. Jim says, we're on a streak. No, we're not on a streak, but we'll take it. Doyer's got them yummy tasting nuts going, and that's Locked On Cox right there, as he loves to talk about nuts. Wait, where is it? I had it right.
On everybody, my name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Already saw a Halo honk calling us fair weather fans for celebrating this win. How did a Halo honk of all people turn on us as far as us not being able to enjoy our World Series? Get the fuck out of here. I hate Halo honks. And you know who's the worst Halo honk of all? I got another thing to play for you. This is brand new. I picked this up the other day. And yeah, check out this Halo honk.
Nobody does fireworks better than out at the house that the cowboy built that Artie's made even better, a.k.a. the Big A Angel Stadium, where you can still get 4 tickets to the game, 4 hot dogs, 4 soft drinks, all for $44. But can we get back to the words I heard on this set earlier this morning?
He's got a bone to pick with you.
I could not date a man if he had a dog? What are we doing? What are we doing, people?
Again, that's a 30-second clip. You know, I might be annoying to some people, but that is annoying. That is a Halo honk. That is someone drama queen that is just insufferable. Like, you cannot talk any trash about the team. Everything's always, you know, sunshine and lollipops. And he is a bootlicking house man, if you know what that is as well. He's the worst part of this team next to, well, actually Artie is, but he's second. Also, I called it, the Angels knocking around Ohtani and Yamamoto. We'll have a shot at Ohtani on Wednesday. This team loves giving us freaking whiplash, I swear. They hated me in 101 tonight, Rob says. Also, let's fucking go from the 5-6-2. And believe me, he wants to let everybody know about these nuts.
These nuts? Got him! Got him!
Jesus says, shit, here we go again, said the Doyer fans. Dude, again, they were upset and quiet for most of the game because they had
emotional damage.
Yeah, they were out of it pretty early. And again, very, very happy to give them the oh shit, here we go again, because wait, no, that's the wrong one. I I had it right there. See, that's what happens when I'm trying to set it up and you don't slam it down. Damn it, where did it go? Oh, I have to owe you that one because I can't find that one right now. I got to get to all these comments. Also, Artie Sucks says DFA Anderson again. Mario says Anderson tried to F this one up. Q Lombardi again. Why the fuck is he out there? A 7-run lead is still not enough. What the hell's going on out here? Victor Medeiros is pitching for let's see, AAA tomorrow. He is back with he's out with back stiffness. Or he has back stiffness. Also, laughed my ass off. 4 Halo honks and 4 pennies. What a deal. What's the difference between a Dodger dog and an Angel dog? The price. That's probably the only difference because nobody knows what a hot dog's made out of unless you got a funny joke to that, Kingpin. Halos are hitting at least 3 homers off Ohtani on Wednesday. I hope so, and I hope it's really hot because he can't pitch. Dan Mateo, you got it again. Just love spritzing. Also, the Doyers enjoying some of those yummy tasting nuts tonight. Made money selling the tickets tonight and didn't pay Artie for parking. Josh says, don't let anyone named Anderson pitch. They're meatball machines. Well, guess what? Anderson pitches tomorrow. You got 2 RBIs, Mike, right there. Caleb says Shohei hits a homer as the Frogers lose to the Angels 7-4. Hell yeah. Hopefully we call up Lugo. Tyler says all the hits and the other way killed me that could have been this year. Yeah, could have got a lot more hits tonight. Steve Lee still throwing a tantrum for her little Bubba getting thrown out. Archangel says Angels winning today secures the season. Dodgers spanking. It's better than going to the playoffs. I wouldn't say that, but it is hella good. Also, was the umpire one of those new lady umpires? No, he was terrible. He was terrible. Albert Pujols says, "No pinches mama's way. We won the Doyers a la verga." Eddie says couldn't catch the game live, but was there some good things the Angels did? Yes, there was, Eddie, and I will have that. Well, it says Tyler Anderson got scratched. That's interesting. Madero's pitching tomorrow. See, I'm with that, Caleb. Thank you for that update. I am with that because if that's the case, dude, I did not want to see Tyler Anderson pitch. But I will have a highlight reel going on as soon as I jump off of here. You could see it on TikTok. You could see it on Instagram. I will do a Sports Center highlight like we like to do with the Heedy Sports Center. Tyler says Adele says hello to the umpire. He says, "See ya. You're out of here." Artie Suck says had a hard on against us all night. The Archangel says it's time for balls down my throat. Marty says this is the reason why we didn't trade anybody. We're so back. Mario says Trout with a clutch hit with the bases loaded. Q Lombardi. That was nice to see though, bro. No trash right there for sure. I love that. Let's see. Tyler Anderson with his back stiffness. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll sweep again. Drama Queen, love the show, love you as well. Also, you got Josh saying the ump was in the gambling group chat with Otani and Fletcher. Angel's grandma, yes, she says I was getting so nervous, but we held on. See you at the game tomorrow night. Hell yeah, that's right. Angel's grandma, support us tomorrow as well. EQ says, let's fucking go. Josh says, so what did Soriano talk to Pedro about? Well, what he talked to Pedro about, and this is what we heard, was the fact that he was like, go after him, get nasty, get mean, be a beast out there. Don't have those deer in the headlight looks. If you saw later in the game, I don't know if it was the fifth or sixth inning, when Enright came out there and you had Neto behind him, Soriano didn't make eye contact and he was looking home. And his eyes weren't bug-eyed like deer in a headlight eyes. They looked focused. And I think that's part of that talk. Like, hey, man, you got some really, really good stuff out there. Don't give in to these hitters. Go after them. Trust your stuff. Hit the corners. Blow it by him if you have to. And guess what? He did all of that. And he made some very good hitters ground out. He made some very good hitters look stupid up there. When he had to ramp it up, he did. So love it. Caleb says, Mike, who gets paid $300 million less with a more clutch hit than Otani, who loves to hit meaningless home runs. Man, I love it. I love it because the plan came to fruition tonight. It worked out. I mean, everything except Campero getting hurt and Sean Anderson, pouring gas on a fire that should never have been lit. This should have been a 7-0 easy coast to a victory. This should have been very, very easy. So those two fuck ups put a little stain on the game, but damn, it was still a nice game. And again, prayers to our boy. I hope it's not an Achilles. An Achilles can absolutely wreck your career. EQ says what we're all thinking and saying tomorrow at work. Fuck the Dodgers. The Archangel says break out the champagne bottles of baby oil. Andrew says free Ape. Take that gambling thug off the field. Double up the top of the Dodgers. Also, thank you. The cheers right there by Marty. Also, Brian says any change, we call it Rada, maybe Lugo Paris. Absolutely all three. Cheers right there. Angel Solis says, let's fucking go. My love for the Halos. Love Heedy. I love you back, Angel. Artie says, cheers and fuck you, Dodger fans. Damn straight. Cheers all around right there. You can put a halo over this one. Andrew says. Nick Tate says, what a game, baby. Archangel says, fuck the bandwagoners. We are Angels fans for life. Damn right. Dodgers fans will cry until they sign another billion-dollar player. They might not get an opportunity to do that because they're the reason why this league is most likely, thank you to Tony Clark and that crooked ass. They're just as crooked as the owners, but I think they're worse. The players union. He's the leader of the players union, and they're between Clark and between the Dodgers, they will put us all in a strike. Scott says 72 wins for the over. Let's go. I can see 75-76. Deferred payments will go too as well, Christian. Power of friendship team versus billionaire bot team. Who wins now, fuckers? Eric Ward says, nice win, but there was this urgency when we played the White Sox. So frustrating. Cheers, Todd and Halo fans. Iron Giant says, Super Bowl champion LA Angels. Josh says, Tedesco is the real deal. Steph says, I'm a nurse. If I performed the way Dan Lasagna did tonight, I would be fired or sued for malpractice. He was god awful, Steph. Also, yeah, Bryce stretching that double was awesome. Mike Trout says, Josh, I heard the all game Otani this and Otani that. Q Tendenzio, Q Lombardi right there. What the hell's going on out here? Todd Fox is back. Thank you, Luke. Also, it's Spritz o'clock. We already got those. Hey, Todd, did you see Trent Rush on the Ferris wheel in Detroit? Yes, I was forced to. He was like, Trent Rush was out there like, hey, I'll tell you what, this is not as big as the Irvine Spectrum Ferris wheel. This is pretty big. And yes, I sharded myself a little bit when I was stuck on top waiting for other guys to get on. But I will tell you, as bad as it smells, we hit 8 home runs here in Detroit, which is not a homer-friendly area. Back to you guys. Don Hammond says, big bro, you're back. Let's go. Fire. Glad we beat those bums tonight. Damn, it was closer than it should have been. I wanted that shutout, but a great win nonetheless. Yes, I would have loved for them to get that big time blowout. Tedesco looks like Shia LaBeouf. He does, but with that Italian goatee a little bit. Dodgers tortas just go to games to watch Banda's ass. Luke says Halos are 11-0 versus the Dodgers and A's this year. It goes to show how bad the home series losses to interfered teams are. Man, if we cleaned up against some of these shitty teams, dude, I'm telling you. B-Train says Pedro Martinez has been working with Soriano. Sean Anderson is garbage. Pitcher with an 80s haircut. Yeah, it looks like a haircut that should be out of the, what is it called? The Stranger Things. Also, Neto leading the future. Ohapi, Simo, and the promising Tendencio is going to feed families. I'm telling you, too, you have a lot of players that, you know, if Ohapi gets on it, Kyron Paris gets on it, these guys get going, you have a really, really nice core in that lineup. And then you could just add pieces here and the pieces there, and this turns into not a bad squad, but obviously you're going to need some pitching. Vibing says, let's go, light that baby up. My whole TikTok feed is just a bunch of Dodgers being mad, but like it's embarrassing that they lost. Yeah. See, they won't admit it that they hate losing to us. That's what I love. Josh says, instead of Kathy's cookies, Gooby ate Otani's egg roll. Campero's injury looked really bad. Yes, it did. Unfortunately for him, Neto is a dog. He sure is. Dodger fans love flexing rings. They didn't personally win when they have lost the most in history. By the way, ask Dodger fans anything that happened to that franchise prior 2011. I guarantee you, or even 2015, they have no fucking clue who any of these players are. Also, Soriano pitches first and third from now on only. You got Medeiros is pitching tomorrow. Anderson out. Thank you's there. Also, Darno may not have gotten a hit, but he called a great game, which is why he continues to be in the lineup. Because again, Ohapi's just not giving you those right calls or the throws. Sean Anderson is a bum trash. I think Campero broke his leg. Nick Tate says. Mateo says 7 Deos, baby. Okay, 21 gun salute. You heard a lot of these. Every run deserves a Deo. That's a lot of drum beating. Jesus says, I want Trout in the playoffs. Everybody does, but it's not going to happen with us. Patrick Soon Shing has expressed, yeah, we know that, Corey. We know he's right there. But, man, again, nothing can happen unless they get booted out. Foo says, wish the DJ would have played Take Me Home Country Road more often. It is probably the best song to play to get everyone singing, because I don't like any of the other kind of like, Don't Stop Believing. Those kind of songs are all played out there with other teams. For some reason, Take Me Home Country Road gets you pumped. And I think of my mom every time because that was one of her favorite songs. So yeah, it kind of gets me in the feels. Ducks owner needs to buy the Halos. He can afford it. Dude has $41 billion in the fucking account. Krusty says, just got a call from Ipe. Take the under on Otani strikeouts Wednesday. Light that baby up. Next man up, Reza. I like that. You got to have that mentality, dude, if you want to be a winner. Sean Anderson hasn't had a decent numbers at Salt Lake, yet he's been up here twice this season. Call Perry trash. Bring back Lugo. Also, so yesterday I ran and I was like, this pain in my legs, Israel. Bad joke. Baldwin says, sure it does. If we can't make the wild card, I'll take a spoiler any day. Also, Demetrio says, I support both of them. Queefs. Also, who are the Halos going to replace Campero with? Paris ready, or are they going in a different direction? I think Paris does come up, but he might still be nursing that leg or thigh, whatever he had. Also, if the Dodgers can be pathetic with COVID season World Series, I have no problem making this series our World Series. And again, ask any Dodger fan, they will tell you the truth. That series did not count. That entire year, I don't care what you say, Rams fans, LA winning all the championships except hockey, that was total, utter bullshit. Saints got screwed that year. The Bengals got screwed that year. The Rams should never have had the Super Bowl at their home. Out at me another time on our football show. And then you had basketball. Come on, Lakers, bubble, the whole thing. Dodgers never had to travel, stayed in Texas. I mean, come on. And then, you know what should have told you that whole World Series was a bunch of horse shit? The fact that Kershaw pitched good. That should have told you, yeah, this is the upside down. This doesn't matter. This doesn't mean anything. It's not real. We're gonna wake up at any time, pinch ourselves, and wake up from that nightmare. But it wasn't a nightmare to me because, again, it wasn't real. It doesn't count. Everybody knows. Uh, I love it because it does give them emotional damage. Dodger fans don't like hating or don't like hearing the truth.
Emotional damage.
There's a lot of that going on. The pitch timer violation against Adele was BS. The umpire was trash tonight. Vote for Bond says we won our World Series. Let's go. He also says Otani hits a solo home run to trim the lead down to 6. Betts gets 2 hits and the Dodgers lose 7-4. Steph also says, based on the video, looks like an Achilles injury, and the cardboard split was the most janky thing I've ever seen. That was terrible. The dad influence says Wambulance. He says 2002. Yeah, it was our last World Series. I ain't gonna discount it. And our only one. We're undefeated, baby. Doesn't count because the Angels didn't win. No, it doesn't count because that season was stupid. 62 games or 60 games total. Nobody traveled. No fans. You had a quarter of the players not playing. Come on, it was bullshit from the start. Lakers was the realest shit. Nah, that was just as bad. Come on. I'll argue that one all day. That one's hilarious. Artie Moreno refuses to buy real splints. By the way, and it took that freaking cart forever to get out there. That was hilarious. Even the Halos didn't win that year. I wouldn't count it. Should have never have ever been played. And it should never. All the sports, even the Super Bowl, all that shit should have just been stopped. There was no need to play any of it. Like it was total money grab all the way. I can't agree with you during COVID. All the players played under the same conditions. Yeah, but again, you had advantages to certain teams. Again, there was certain players didn't play that would have affected the outcomes in the NBA, that would have affected the outcomes in NFL, would have affected the outcomes in Major League Baseball. But again, there's no right or wrong answer. That's just what I believe. Darwin says Dodger Stadium, second stadium. It was packed tonight at Dodger Stadium. It was. And I'll tell you this, Davian, we played 6 road games against the Dodgers, and so far we're 4-0. NBA actually played damn near a whole season, but they were off for like 2 or 3 months, if I remember. Arturo says we need Artie to sell the team so this team heads in the right direction with the young core. Oh, rest in peace. Marlins made the COVID playoffs. That alone makes it a joke. Also, did we not have a fire sale at the deadline because the league doesn't value our talent? Uh, we tried, but we were like that yard sale that has a crappy home in front of it or behind it, and people look at the house and they're like, "Yeah, we don't want anything coming from that house." That's what they saw. Also, you guys got lucky tonight. We're coming for that wind tomorrow. I think he meant win, but it would be funny if he was thinking about. He's coming for that shit tomorrow. Tedesco is officially part of this young core. I don't know about that. I gotta see more from him. Saucy says if we sweep the Dodgers, all is forgiven. See how nice we are to our teams. Reza says taking Dodgers money and the win series sweep coming. Wow. Found the bandwagon right there. Someone said the Angels run LA. We are right now. They said Victor Medeiros is pitching against us. Yes, they are. Tony C says, do the Angels bring up Lugo or Arata? I sure hope that the Angels use their brains and do the right thing. Smash the like button. Share. Montgomery's a dumbass. He sits there and does nothing. I think they're going to bring up Lugo. That would make the most sense. So get ready for Rada. I feel so bad for Campero. That was ugly to watch. Looked like an ACL injury. It could have been a little bit of everything. Achilles, a lot of you guys are saying Achilles. I think it's a fracture, but we'll see. Ambush says, how did Tendencio make that hit a double? Dude's fast as hell. He is really good. Again, that just shows you another hitter that should be slap the ball hitter and get on base any way he can because he can steal bases and cause havoc right away. Bro can't even spell his players' names right. Okay. Who will be our manager next year? The fact that put up runs against the fact that we put up runs against the Dodgers but can't versus the Rays and Sox. And it is pathetic. So Christian says Padres in 4. Hear me out. We're going to sweep the Dodgers and then go sweep the A's again just to get us all, in a funky good mood. Also, what a fit by Roger. The bucket hat's right there. Todd pulls off the bucket hat way better than that bootlicker. Thank you, Tyler. Silent E says 5-0 versus the Smurfs, but 1-5 against the Orioles. This team makes no sense. Game 3, Otani will start, and I hope we can cream that dude that's sellout with a cue the yummy tasting nut. I hope we do, dude, because I can't stand him. And man, oh man. This season, that is losing 1-5 against the Orioles when everyone else beats them.
On everybody, my name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut? If you don't know who I am, what's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. Spent not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 years covering UCLA sports, specifically with the Daily Bruin, writing articles, conducting interviews, all that good stuff. Crack into a good source of protein with how about a yummy tasting nut. I love the nut. Yummy. Had me fired up.
That guy loves his nuts. Botch says Angels would have played the Dodgers competitively than the Yankees in the World Series if we ever get there. We had our best chance, I think, was 2009. Hayes says, fuck the Dodgers. Billy says, Tyler Anderson out for tomorrow's game. Medeiros in. I actually want to see what Medeiros can do. What kind of beer is yellow? Dude, see, there you go. It's a lager. And it's really good. Trust me. Just trust. It's really good. Anderson Otani had the over. That's why they gave up all those runs. Any crazy fights in the stands? There always is, and especially in the upper deck. That's what the Angels are so serious. Hold on, Caleb. They're going back and forth over there. On TikTok, Jesus says, light that baby up. Let's get the win over the Dodgers again. Let's sweep them. Jack Chandler checks in with true Angel fans know this team sucks 12 years in a row now. Actually, it's 11. Josh Hader is shoulder discomfort. Might be Tommy John surgery. That's an update there. Let's see. Grillmaster's saying that the crew chief sucked tonight. Silent E says, to whoever asked the difference between an Angel dog and a Dodger dog, one you can eat with your mouth, the other one sticks out so that the other fan can eat it at the same time. Which is which? Bring up Alda Gary. Tamir 20 says, fuck the ump, fuck the Dodgers. It's always a good day when the Angels beat the Smurfs. So there you go. I like that. Good thing the season starts tomorrow, accepting to Roger Lodge, or Roger Lodge saying, I think he means.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Mo says I'm late. Sean Anderson for Stamos. Yeah, no. He should have got the Nacho Night award, but that went to Yamamoto. Breaking news, Locked On has officially changed their name to Mocked On Angels. Gavin explains it's Fox's fault. EQ says I've been getting messages saying fuck the Angels. What the fuck is up with these guys? Again, if they would have won, Dodgers fans would just be killing us, right? And they say they don't care about this series. They don't care about these games, but it's a rivalry game no matter what. And especially when we win, oh, you guys this is your World Series. Just take the L, man. Take the L and understand that for once in about, I don't know. Last year was 24. So let's see, carry the one. So you're talking about nearly 40 years. You finally get a chip, a real legitimate World Series chip that you can actually celebrate and actually have a parade for. Congratulations. You are currently the world champions. And you shouldn't be worried about the little old Angels that can't. But when we win, we're the little brother. We've been the little brother. No way am I going to say this organization's up there with the Dodgers. But I will say this. Fuck you when we beat you. Fuck yeah. That deserves another Stukas, by the way. That just gives me another chance to drink. Boo Bear's mommy says, haha, Dodgers suck. Johnny says, oro. Oh, wait. How do you say that again? Orale, Dodgers. Doyers. LA stands for lost again. Mike Trout says, Tendencio is next to me, but lefty version. No, I don't think so. Boo Bear's mommy says, I miss being able to see you guys and the entire show. She must be working a lot. I just saw Roger Lodge drive by with the AM 830 van. Tyler says, knowing that the Halos' dumbass coaching staff, they're going to try and turn Tendencio into a power hitter, which makes no sense. That dude is a slap the ball hitter all the way. Remember, everybody, Mookie bets on games. Jeez. Mateo says Gavin's show is probably over. Baldwin says it was interesting to see both teams go through so many players in a 9-inning game, which you don't see very much. Christian says, did Pujols comment yet? No, he hasn't commented yet. Today was arguably our only hard pitching matchup. We can sweep again. Let's go. Doyers sum it up, says, okay, so we'll see what happens tomorrow at Dodger Stadium South. Don't stop believing is the reason why the Niners come back against the Lions. Nobody gives a shit about that, Mateo. Angels be playing the whitest music sometimes. They do. What do you think? Why do you think we played Country Weekend all the time? Well, we had that up until this year. There was some sort of washed up country star coming to Anaheim Stadium. Artie will not sell. He's too stupid. Also, why does the season matter? We're 6.5 games out of wild card. It matters when we beat the Dodgers. It really does. Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani, an agent accused of sabotaging $240 million Hawaii real estate project. It's in the news. I've seen that. But, he'll blame the agent. He'll get right out of it, even if there was something. Also, let's see. Also, we shouldn't have even had a baseball season in 2020. Courtney says, my birthday is Wednesday, and I'm debating if I should spend my dirty 30 at the Big A. Woo! I don't know. I think Vegas is very, very open nowadays. So if you want to go to Vegas, I heard they are having some hella deals because they can't get no one to go over there. Caleb says Dodgers fans need to go to school. I don't know if they know what a school is or if they've passed the 9th grade at all. Tyler Anderson, Scratchy, we got that one already. Also, Rams won it fair and square. No. Rob says, Courtney, do it. The 30 with Doyer fans just seems fitting. Bring up Rada, let the kids play and duke it out. Hell yeah. Yes, I don't count that as well. Mike Trout. Tyler Anderson has, yeah, we already got that. Vote for Bond says no union is worse than the umpires union. It's criminal. We still don't have, what is it called? The robots when tennis has had it for over a decade. Mario says someone should throw green dildos on the field when Otani pitches. Oh my God. They go to continuation school. Oh shit. That's coming from TikTok. I love that. Do I have tickets? I'll see, Grill Master. Even though we've only seen a small amount of Tendencio, I think he might be our fastest base runner. No, I would have to disagree. I think he's fast, quite fast, but I think that if you were to run him versus Paris, Paris would beat him out. Paris is one fast motherfucker. That guy is quick, dude. That's the reason why he plays in center field and second base. That dude is good. Chris says chips and salsa are back on the menu. I do like Maderos, but again, he's just like the other raw pitchers that we have. He doesn't have his out pitch right there, but we'll see. I really hope that he can give us at least a good 5 innings. Nolan Shonowell is the fastest. Joseph says, yeah, right. Doyers fans love their Doyer dogs the long way. Montgomery should have went to bat for Adele tonight. Yeah, JL. No fight whatsoever. He just said, hey, get your ass off the field. I did not like that whatsoever. Richard says, just tell them that they are playing the Doyers every game and the Angels will go undefeated the rest of the season. They do play very hard against them. Luke Johnson's bringing up that $240 million thing with Otani. Don says, let's beat those bums again tomorrow. Mateo says, I'm actually okay with Adele's ejection per the umpire manual. That was parting shot ejection. That was pretty bullshit. Baldwin says, Dodger dogs are pretentious fucks. That's the difference. Also, Chico's bar forced to close after exceeding maximum capacity for Doyer fans, and they were yelling yummy tasting nuts. Chico's. That is the worst, girl. Chico.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Also, balls, and something green running up Roger's butt. So that would be, let's see, where is it? I got to put that one more to the top because, again, between Mario and see, this one was earlier.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, see, I missed that one earlier. But where's the Roger one? I had that one. These get messed up when they do the freaking update.
Let me tell you something about my guy, John Stamos. So I was able to go in the back bedroom and unscrew the old
balls and running up my butt right now.
You get out of it what you put into it. John Stamos
Choked on me.
He was so great.
Mateo says, still makes me mad that Urinal Cake got reinstated. Yeah, yeah, he's out there. Ash says we are always in their heads. Gotta love it. Doyer fans use their own buns for their Doyer dogs. As far as coaches for next year, I have no idea, dude. I just know that the Angels are going to go on the freaking cheap. JM Baker says Dodgers have no pitching and the Angels need good pitching to beat these guys. So that's the Ohapi Darno played Darno a better catcher defensively. Yeah, that's why you're absolutely right. That's why Ohapi can't get in there. Defensively, he's bad. He doesn't call a good game, and he hasn't been hitting. Tyler says, breaking news, the cocked on post game is done for the night, and Gavin started his period. Now let's take a ride with Honda. He's flowing like a river. Marty says, Doyers took it without any lube tonight. We're so back. EQ says, who do you think will get ejected first by a female umpire, Harper or Manny Machado? Ooh, I say Manny Machado, dude. Thank you for the super sticker there, Tony C. Watch this team fuck up Tendencio's approach this year. Mateo says, hey, Todd, what's your boy Trent Rush saying? I got into that earlier. By the way, also a guy who made a great, didn't pitch good to start the inning was Garcia. He kept it a shutout, getting that big double play, going home to first. But I'm not liking Garcia. Never have either time he's been here. So, Montgomery should have went all Billy Martin. He should have. That was a missed opportunity right there. Losses says congrats on the World Series win. No word yet on Campero's injury. So there you go. Dodgers fans don't know what a book is. EQ says, "Do you think Shonawell is okay? He looked like it hurt. It's going to be a bad bruise. Hopefully, it's no more than just a boo boo." Also, Artie saw the chance to embarrass the Dodgers and said, "Scratch Anderson and bring up the kids." By the way, notice that there is no giveaways when the Dodgers play because he wants to milk that sucker for all it's worth. Tony C says Angels need to have a fire sale in the offseason. I would entertain offers for Ohapi. Keep Shonawell, Nettle, Trout, and everyone needs to be traded. I think Perry is gone by season end. I would keep Adele too because he's still very young, very controllable, and he's having a breakout season. Let's see. Also, let's see. I'd like to see Tendencio beat Ward in a foot race. Dumble ears would dust him if he flies. Otani being sued for sabotaging real estate. Saw that one. Another translator might be going to jail. Tomas says Showtime got caught again tonight. You also have, I heard Ipe threw the first pitch out. Baldwin says, dude, Otani was going to buy up Hawaiian real estate. He really is a piece of shit. If that's true, oh my God. Same thing with Oto. I was going to say Oprah Winfrey, Otani Winfrey. Mateo says, how many Angel fans sold their tickets for the series? A lot of them. If you didn't notice. Also, Shohei is a gambler, he's saying. Do you think the Angels call up Rada? Rada would be more of a September thing, but we'll see. So we'll see what happens. I think we're caught up on all the comments. The Angels get the dub tonight. Let's get back into it real quick. Angels win 7-4, 57-62, 31-30 at home. We've only got 44 games left in the season, and it doesn't start tonight. The standings are as follows. You have Toronto out in first place in the National American League East, up at 4.5 on the Red Sox, 6 on the Yankees. You got the Tigers over the Ohio shitfucks by 6.5. You have the Astros clinging to a 1-game lead as the Mariners won their 7th straight. You have the Rangers only 6.5 out. In the East of National League, the Phillies have a 6-game lead on the Mets, who are fading. They've lost 7 in a row. The Brewers have won 30 out of 34 games. They are 30 games above 500 and now 6.5 games over the Cubs. Just 2 weeks ago, they were tied for first place. The Dodgers now only have a 1-game lead on the San Diego Padres, who won again tonight. And there is a chance for another record to be broken in Major League Baseball by season's end, and that is your Colorado Rockies. No, they have a slight chance of beating the all-time record that the White Sox set last year, but if they win 11 games, they will tie the White Sox. So out of 44 games, the Rockies have to, even though they've lost 8 in a row, all they have to do is win 10 games. There's still a chance, but the record that they could break is an all-time record since 1939. In 1939, the Boston Red Sox had a run differential of minus 389 runs. They were outscored by 389 runs. Let me put that into perspective. The Nationals have had a terrible season, right? In their minds, they're 47-71. They have the second worst run differential at 146. The Colorado Rockies have doubled that and then some. They are sitting there at 330. So they are only 69 runs, or actually 59 runs off the record. I say they're going to break that. 44 games to lose every night by 2 to 3 to 5 to 6 runs. It all adds up, and they will go down as the worst scoring and scored upon team of all time. They have given up 768 runs this season. That is a full 120 more than the Washington Nationals. It is a really historic bad Rockies team. Also, can I get a Roger Lodge? My throat's kind of hurt even with all the beer and all that stuff and just the celebration, the yelling. I had a good night tonight, so I'll give Roger a break. I'll give you one more of Roger here on the video. You could watch this guy.
Nobody does fireworks better than out at the house that the Cowboy built that Artie's made even better, a.k.a. the Big A, Angel Stadium, where you can still get 4 tickets to the game, 4 hot dogs, 4 soft drinks, all for $44. But can we get back to the words I heard on this set earlier this morning?
He's got a bone to pick with you.
I could not date a man if he had a dog? What are we doing? What are we doing, people?
Roger, it's official. He wants to date a guy with a dog.
Oh my
That's your cocked on guys, by the way.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Brady checks in as a Dodger fan, says Dodgers own Angels' poor franchise. Well, I mean, all you got to do, Brady, if you know your math, which I'm pretty sure you don't, all you have to do is go on Google or whatever, Yahoo or whatever you want to baseball reference and check out the all-time series. Who still owns who? And get back to me. Let me know who's beaten who more times. So again, just goes to show you another Dodger fan that says this series doesn't matter, says that this team is poor, yet when we win, who's the one crying? Who's the one going on an Angels page to then talk shit? I rest my case. Because at least with Angel fans, we know that in a, at least, okay, longtime Angels fans like myself, I've been on both sides. The last 10 years, it's been like, hey, if we're not going to make the playoffs, I want to win the series against the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers, right? We could lose to just about any other team, but fuck the Dodgers, right? That's how we all feel. When the Angels were competitive and the Dodgers were starting their run, it's like, it was like, hey, man, we might meet these assholes in the playoffs. Let's beat their ass first and see them later, in the perfect case scenario. But, and you want to be competitive. Those games meant more because then, hey, they're looking at the standings in their side. We're looking at our standings on our side, and there was a couple years there, a good 3 to 5 years where the Angels were battling in first place and so were the Dodgers. So those series were kick-ass good. There was a lot on the line. I remember going several times to Dodger Stadium, and it was like, I'd say 40% Angel fans. There was a lot of Angel fans there. And then when the Dodgers came here, there was a lot of Dodger fans here. It was like 50-50, 60-40. It's good. It was just a good playoff atmosphere. And again, if you ask me, there's all Angel fans have their team that they hate. A lot of people hate Oakland. A lot of people hate Boston. A lot of people hate Yankees. A lot of people hate the Mariners. Some people hate the Rangers. Not as much. A lot since the cheating scandal do hate the Astros. And admittedly so, I'm not fond of them either. They always whoop our ass anyway. But if you had to tell me, out of all those teams I mentioned, which do you hate the most? Which is the one that you'd sacrifice a few wins to get some wins against them? It's the Dodgers, hands down. Because it's not only bragging rights, it's not only regional matchup, it is a fucking rivalry. And Dodger fans are just the worst at admitting that it is. Because it is. They would not spend double the price, triple the price of what we pay to come to our stadium for no reason. If we didn't matter, they wouldn't try to take over. But they do because they care. They want to beat us. They want to rub it in. But when we do shit like this, they can't. And they go home, and it's awesome. So I just wish it's okay, Dodger fans, to admit that you hate us because we hate you too. We could say it. We hate you, and we want you to lose. We want you to embarrass yourself. We love and revel when you choke because I've done many shows before I got on this network where I was on the radio for a little bit. I did I did some, when Facebook was huge, I did some lives, and whenever the Dodgers choked in the playoffs, I played Celebration by Kool and the Gang and got on there and trolled all my Dodger fans. So we all have our ways of celebrating. That's how I do it here. That's how I get excited. Couldn't do it last year. I have to give the devil its due. They won the World Series fair and square, first time in 40 years almost. 2020 didn't count. At me. I don't care. But I can't say nothing from last year. And when the Angels won their World Series, you best believe in 2003, when even I knew we weren't going to repeat and the second half of the season was bullshit, I was saying, damn it, we're not knocked off yet. We're still the current world champions until the motherfucker in 2003 hoists that trophy over their head. We're still the fucking champs. And you got to ride that if you're a Dodger fan. You got to be like, hey, man, we're the current champs. Now what? Bring it on. I love that kind of trash talk. Bring it on. You should talk like that. You won the championship. But guess what, motherfucker? Go Padres. Go Padres. Go Brewers. I don't give a shit who plays you. If Satan brings along a team, heck, I'm on his side. Let's beat the Dodgers because I think you're more demonic than he is. But there you go. And then see, look at it. Look at this. Breedy comes back with Mike Trout, future Dodger. Does that hurt me a bit? Hell no. Take him. Fine. You eat that contract just like everybody else. And then come 2027 after the strike or 2028, you guys are fucked franchise and you have to shed all payroll. Because at this point, Mike Trout, I love the guy. He's a shell of himself. But still, I'd want him to win, not on your team. But that's what Dodger fans do. Oh, we got a time. Oh, Trout wasted it. It's the same old stuff. At least if you're going to trash talk, come with some real stuff. Come with some actual ammo. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see just the same old talking points. Dodgers fans complex needs to be studied. And again, here's the thing too. When they won that ring pop, man, the Dodgers went out of their way to explain, hey, we won the World Series, didn't we? Like they were looking for verifications. Like, bro, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. That was a sham of a World Series. By the way, I would tell all the Dodger fans, got to be creative with their trash talking, and they couldn't be. So I just laughed and I was like, hey, World Series or championships are usually celebrated with a parade. I didn't see a parade. And they were like, no, it's COVID. You couldn't have a parade. Well, if it was COVID, you shouldn't have had a season. But you did. So, no. Baldwin says Fernando Valenzuela looked better in an Angel uniform. I don't know about that, but RIP. RIP. That dude was a nice guy. I met Fernando Valenzuela. Very, very nice guy. Prayers to his family. He was gone too soon. Fernando was a cool cat. I actually met him the season he was at Angel Stadium. He was a very nice guy. Signed an autograph and everything, and I didn't even ask for one. He was like, "Do you want my autograph?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So it was a nice guy, very nice guy. Also, is it me or Dodger fans really upset with his loss? It's not you. It was an ankle monitor parade. And that's the thing, too. Here's what the last thing I'll say about the Dodgers, because I know we won tonight, but I'm taking some shots. I miss Raider Nation. And you would say, what are you talking about, Todd? I miss the pavilion at Dodger Stadium with Raider Nation. Raider Nation was they made it dangerous, they made it scary, and I would love and I loved trolling walking through the bleachers at Dodger Stadium. Um, man, I missed those days when the real fans were there, when Raider Nation came over and La Raza was over there in right field, and you can get the cardboard nachos all you can eat and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I went to a lot of Dodger Angel games, but man, they have priced out their fans. I fucking hate it. Dodger Stadium used to rock. I mean, they used to, when they were in the playoffs, when they played us in a couple games, when they hit a big home run, that place went nuts. It's not the same no more. It feels and looks very corporate. So yeah, I do miss the old school Dodger games where you can go to them and pay like $10 to $15 and sit out there with La Raza. But man, oh man, the crime might have went down the stadium because they were killing people literally, but it doesn't have the same feel, man. It just doesn't have the same feel. It does remind me a lot of the new Yankee Stadium because they price their fans out too. They got to pay the billions that they've had with deferred payments somehow. Plus, they did renovations to that stadium. They spent a lot of money out there. Also, all Dodger fans keep making the excuse that this is our World Series. No, you just got cooked by us. Exactly. Eddie says they should go back to Brooklyn. Maybe they'll change it up. I wish they would, actually. Let's see. Jesus says Mike Trout is a Phillies and Eagles diehard. He is. Uh, Brady says Yamamoto, Donkey Soriano. Okay, Donkey Soriano did not give up a run tonight. You might want to check the stats on how your boy Yamamoto did. So, and right here, EQ says Yamamoto got paid 200 million. Soriano is at a minimum contract. Tyler says Angel Stadium is better solely because they don't have Rob Lowe sitting behind home plate with an MLB hat on. Yeah, so many sellouts at Dodger Stadium thinking that's the new Lakers Stadium, the new Forum, because that the late Forum with the Lakers, and then also um, the Staples Center when it first started. That was filled with bandwagoners. Follow to hate on the Dodgers tomorrow. Thank you, Sonny. Also, JL says I went to Dodgers Cardinals game last Saturday. It is a different vibe in the reserve section. It sure is, dude. It sure is. It's not a fan parking lot. Horrible there. Only 2 exits. And it's true. If you go there too, you can't do what you can at Angel Stadium, which is, and I love it, Alex, right there. Brady is your fucking clown. And I love it too. The fact that you can't do anything at Dodger Stadium. You can't tailgate. They don't trust their fans. And you know, you like you can't even go to Echo. Was it Echo Park? I'm forgetting the park that's just below Dodger Stadium, but they don't. You can't. What is it called? You can't tailgate down there at the park. You can't. So and I can't. I'm not going to read and listen, Grill Master. I don't know how many times I told you. Do not tell me to read your comments. I'm skipping them because someone's already said it. Grillmaster says Elysian Park. See, I'll read that one because no one said that one. That's the park that, yeah, you can't even go to that one. Also, it's not Yamamoto, it's Yama Meatballs. Also, their stadium is I say it's come up. It used to be real shit, but it does look better nowadays with all those bars, but they gouge their fans. Yes, you can tailgate all you want at Angel Stadium. We've done it several times. If we were to tailgate in the next, I don't know, couple weeks, would you guys and gals come down and celebrate with us, hang out with us, drink a beer, have some food, play some games? We'll have cornhole, and because I'm trying to get one going before the end of the season, because we've had a couple what is it called? A couple over at Bruheim this year that went pretty good. We had some people there, but if we can get some new people out there to have fun with us, we could possibly set up some free tacos, and we could probably set up some what do you call it? Like we did the helmet nachos last year too. We did helmet nachos and tacos. Also, something that says, would we go by our TikTok names? I think you should, and everybody over here should go by their handles as well. Thank you from Angel. Thank you, Angel fans from Padre fans. Ocean View Coffee Shop says. Billy says 20 years ago, 10 years old, I watched the entirety of Finding Nemo in the parking lot trying to go to Dodger Stadium. Yeah, dude, it is. That is something else, trying to get in and out of that stadium. Tyler says still praying for that Artie audit. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. That's what she said. Also, yeah, I'll try to set something up here for either late August or September, because we do have a softball game. If you guys and gals want to play some softball, we got that coming up September 20th. The date is there. I just got to finalize the time. It's looking between 5 and 9. I want to say it's a Saturday night, and then we will have a bunch of food and also giveaways there too. So we got some stuff going on there, and then we have the Ohapi thing, the bowling event on September 7th. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up here with Halos in the infield. Plus we got hockey down the road right here. We're gonna be doing hockey, and then we got freaking the NFL show with yours truly on the mic right there, kind of doing a what is it called, around the horn with the football stuff. So if you're into football, we'll be doing that as well. So a lot of stuff coming up here on the Halos in the infield stuff. Yeah, Corey says Skag stuff is coming there too. Hell yeah, I'm going to the game Cubs and Angels Saturday night game. Again, if you guys are coming to, find us in 260. We're right there in 260. If you guys want to come by, you can message me first or just look for literally sitting next to the goddamn cameraman, the big ass camera in front of the Modelo sign. That's where we're always at. So with that being said, fun night, man. We had a ton of comments. Love it. And love you too, Tyler. He says, love the football show. Anytime you guys want to come down and say hi, it's awesome. Win or lose, we're always there. And as far as everybody else, man, we got the dub on Monday. Enjoy your Monday night and Monday, what's left of it. And then Tuesday morning, rubbing it in with Dodgers fans. And hopefully we can get Medeiros that W tomorrow and make it 2 in a row, make it 5-0 in that overall standings of the game. So there you go. So with that being said, everybody have a good rest of your night. I'm going to play us out with some Stukas. We got the win tonight. Go Angels. See you back tomorrow, baby. Hell yeah.